Stop going above and beyond at work all the time.
How many of you go above and beyond at work? Raise your hand. Raise your hand. That's me. And I do it because it's just a part of who I am. That's my work ethic, to go above and beyond, to exceed expectations as much as possible, or, meet the expectations a little bit higher than most. But that's just who I am. But this lady says you need to stop going above and beyond at work. I'm going to play the video here and we can discuss it as it plays. One moment.
Hello and welcome to the show. This modern day workforce is full of bold, sharp, and really talented young people who are prepared to play by their own rules. These new employees aren't staying at jobs that no longer serve their career goals. My first guest today suggests that all women, particularly Black women, should follow in their footsteps. I know that's raising some eyebrows already. Krishna Powell is
even though this is targeted towards Black women, I believe some of the points are across the board. Like, you can gather something out of this if you're not a Black woman. But again, this is targeted towards Black women. However, I think we can all gather something from it.
Is the CEO of HR for Your Small Biz, and she's also a seasoned HR professional with more than 30 years of experience. She says it's time for Black women to burn the Superwoman cape.
That Superwoman cape, I can't continue to be a Superwoman. It's like burnout. You get mentally drained, and then you, on top of that, become burnt out and exhausted, especially when you're not seeing results. Hold on.
Stop going above and beyond at work all the time. A notion that really kind of goes against what our parents told us about always being the best, right? Please welcome Krishna Powell to the show. Hello.
Hello.
And in Black families, at least the ones that I was raised around, we were told to show up, look good, be your best, have your manners, do all the things. And unfortunately, it doesn't always serve you, but it does give you good character. I will say that. So all the things that our parents taught us, like she just said, it helps you with your moral compass. It helps build your character, and it just helps you become a good person overall. But again, let's get back to about going to work and dealing with the shenanery.
Well, thank you for having me.
Nice to have you here. I want to dive right in because and I know, and they all know that our parents, our grandparents said, you got to be the best, you got to be the brightest, you got to be the earliest, you got to stay the latest, all of those things to stand out and compete just to get the job and then keep it.
Exactly.
You say that has shifted. How so?
It has. So my question a lot of times to leaders is, where has that gotten us? Because they saw someone such as myself say, thank you for 20 years of service. Here's your severance. We no longer need you.
That was your experience personally.
Yes.
And that hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's hurtful. I had a friend who worked at a job for almost 30 years. She was on the verge of retirement, and they let her go. They started to put her on like the performance plans. Now, mind you, she'd been with y'all for 30 years. You couldn't let her retire? No. The plan is we're going to put you on a PIP, a performance plan. She was on her way out, but I guess they didn't want to pay her retirement. And so they came up with a way to get her out of there. They ended up firing her after 30 years. That's disappointing. And that is so hurtful. She was hurt she'll still tell you the story today. That's sad. You give your all to these jobs. I have a video where I talked about employer loyalty, how it's non-existent. And I'll say it's non-existent not only for the employer, but it's also non-existent for the employee.
And leaders are going through that now, and they're thinking, I've given my all. I've given you my very best, especially Black women. And then to be told it's not enough. Oftentimes, they will still choose someone less qualified than you, just for the sake of keeping an image, keeping you in a box, and wanting you to only achieve a certain level.
So from a workforce standpoint, what does that look like for you?
And I've seen that. I've seen that also. You have somebody who has buku experience, a whole bunch of experience, and a role is open and they apply for it. They're like, oh, I want to get that role. And next thing you know, some external young whippersnapper, what they call whippersnapper, or somebody else within the department who has less qualifications than you ends up getting the position. That's devastating. That's devastating. And then you end up training them, which makes it even worse. I've seen that multiple times.
You and the lessons that you have learned that you now share with others, right? You get so far, you've done all the things you said you were supposed to do. What do you tell women who have gotten we thank you for your time and commitment, but we're going in a different direction now. Not because you did anything wrong, but because we're changing the model.
So I tell leaders, go in, and women in particular, do your best, but don't give them your best. And what that means is that
do your best, but don't give them your best. Do your best, but don't give them your best. That's a good one. That's a good one. Let's hear about what she means by it. Do your best, but don't give them your best.
And so what that means is that work with what they've given you, but don't try to turn water into wine and think that because we do that, that means we're going to come out on top, because we're not.
So I know there's going to be somebody who's listening and says, are you saying don't do your very level best? Because it sounds like that is kind of what you're saying.
What I'm saying is, if they give you and say, here is what I want you to work with, that's what you work with.
So then how do you stand out if everybody is working with all the same, especially in jobs where the task is essentially the same for a bunch of different people? How do you stand out if you're not sort of putting your own shine on it?
Quality. So you deliver it back to them, a quality package, a quality service, but at the same time, you know, that staying late, coming in early, sacrificing your family, your health, to put the bow on everything and hope that when they open the package, they go, wow, you're fantastic. They're not doing that. And when you look at the generations and what's going on in the workplace, mental health is suffering. People are physically suffering. Why?
Mental health is suffering. Mental health is suffering. I can attest to that. You put yourself out there so many times, only to get disappointed and then not understand why. You get these bogus, excuses as to why you didn't get this or why that didn't happen for you. It plays on your emotions, and it plays on your mental status. Like you become a little depressed. You spent so much time. We spend so much time at work, don't we? We spend so much time at work, and it becomes depressing because you're spending time with people that you really don't want to spend time with. You would rather be with friends. You would rather be with family. So with that being said, you want to figure out how to balance some things. Figure out the pros and the cons of a lot of the things that you're going through, and then make a determination. I had this one job before, and it wasn't paying me a lot of money. Now, mind you, I just started working. I might have been in my early 20s. And still, as you know, I was a young mother, so I had a son. I enjoyed the job. It was like a receptionist. No. It wasn't a receptionist. It was like a secretarial job where I was working for multiple people. And I had to deal with like HR things and attendance-based things, like stuff like that. And I was learning the role of somebody else so that I can assist her. When the bonuses came along, or the time to talk about your review, your annual review, I got all the praises from all the different managers that I was assigned to work with. Now, mind you, that might have been about 4 or 5 managers. All the praises. And then when I said, okay, so what about the raise? What about me getting a raise? Oh, well, we can only do so much this year. I said, but I was told that after a certain point in time, I would be able to get a raise. And now you're telling me different. I really need to, have a little increase. And he says to me, well, it's on you to make the best decision for your life. You ain't have to tell me twice. You didn't have to tell me twice. It's on me to make the best decision for my life. And you know what I did? Went straight to Indeed. Fixed my resume up. Within 2 months, I had a job that paid me so much more than what they were paying. And I was out. I was going to say I was on a roll then. I was out. But yeah, you have to do what's best for you. He gave me the best advice. You got to do what's best for your life. Okay. And it's not this, because obviously you don't care. You don't care that I'm not making ends meet at this job. I'm doing the best I can and showing you that I'm doing everything that I need to do to get up this ladder at work. And you're telling me, you got to do the best for you. Okay. I'm doing the best.
Why? Because you've given so much of yourself that you have even forgotten to take care of yourself. So do that first and foremost before you go ahead and put the bow on for everybody else.
So for women particularly who are trying to move up the corporate ladder, let's say, and really in any industry, but that corporate ladder, those women trying to make it to the C-suite, what does that look like when so much of what we have to do professionally does come with a sacrifice personally?
So if you want to make that sacrifice, I'm not saying you cannot make that sacrifice or don't make it. Just know the cost. Are you really willing to pay the cost in regards to your health, your mental well-being, as well as understand the fact that if there is a choice between the numbers and your position, it will always be your position.
Yeah.
If you walk into it, understand exactly.
The bottom line is all they're worried about. And it's taking me back to that previous video I made. I'm going to put that video up here somewhere. But yeah, the bottom line is all these companies really think about, of course, they're in the business to make money. I get it. But then you need people to help you make that money. You have to at least do a little something for the people, especially those who are giving their all and going above and beyond.
You walk into it understanding that, then go for it. But don't be surprised and upset and disappointed when you find that your position is no longer needed.
So then again, I want to sort of drill down though.
And when she said positions are no longer needed, there are so many jobs right now that are being converted to AI positions where they don't need people as much. So it's so many jobs out here that are losing. I saw that movie recently, Subservient, on Netflix. Now, I know this is extreme, but it's where the robots start taking over human jobs. But right now we have artificial intelligence taking over a lot of human jobs. Now we have all these people who are losing their jobs because now they're not needed because the AI can do it. We figured out code. We don't need you anymore. There has to be some alternatives now that people think about when they end up losing their jobs. What can I do next? Start a YouTube channel. You never know what'll happen, right? Had to plug that in here, but you just have to think about other things to do with your life. But trying to make it up the corporate ladder is so hard. Every rung of the ladder is just hard to grasp. To get to those C-suites, it's like impossible in a lot of people's eyes. And it really is an impossible feat for a lot of people, including myself.
on women who may be in their 30s, in their 40s, because as we see with this generation, they're like, okay, we watch the aunties and the uncles, do this whole stay for 20 some years, and sometimes it pays off and sometimes it doesn't. What do you say to those who say, I'm not going to take that traditional path? How do you then stand out if you're going to open your own business or work in a contracted position? How is that looking?
So the way it looks is, again, you do the job, you do it to the best of your ability. You think about the sacrifices that you're willing to make. And if it is fine with you, you go ahead and do them. But what it looks like you're doing is, it's okay to stay late. It's okay to come in early. But do you have to?
That was me, Miss Stay Late. My kids would be like, Mom, close the computer. Close the computer, Mom. We need dinner. we need our homework done, Mom. Close the computer. Staying late to finish these tasks. I got to show them that I can do it. I can finish it. Driving myself into a frenzy.
Do it all the time or just some of the time?
Right. It's the balance, right?
Exactly.
Because sometimes you are going to have to miss an after-school program.
Right.
But then on that one where they're like, no, Mom, you really got to come to this one.
Exactly.
That's the balance that
and
we're
that's
learning.
where you weigh what matters most to me in this moment. So we have to decide. I had to decide going up that corporate ladder, the sacrifices I was willing to make. I did miss some events with my children.
Absolutely,
But
yeah.
I had the conversations with my children, with my family, saying, hey, this is what it's going to take for me to achieve it. Is everybody on board? Am I on board? Am I going to deal with this uncontrollable or undeniable guilt that, the world is coming to an end for me personally because I'm not there?
Got it. Biggest lesson you learned?
Because I'm not there, everything's going to fall apart. They going to figure it out. Don't worry about the days that you need to take off, the vacation days that you need to replenish your mind, to take a mental health break, to take a few days off for yourself. Do it. The work will be there when you come back. They will push the deadlines. If something needs to be done in a specific amount of time, they will push it out. It's going to be there when you come back because they need you to do it.
Quickly, just about yourself in your personal journey that you hope women will be able to appreciate.
The biggest thing that I have learned is that I'm worth it. And we forget that. I forgot that I was worth it. That, you give so much.
You are worth it. You deserve it. You are worth it. Remember that. You are worth it. Don't let anybody tell you any differently. You are worth every single bit of anything coming to you. You are worth every minute of the day. You are worth every dollar that you receive and more. You are worth it. That self-worth is important.
Much to your job, your children, and everyone else, and you forget even how to dream again.
Right.
So
and you forget to
dream.
ask for what you are worth.
Yes.
That's good.
You forget to ask what you are worth. Just like that job. And I told him, you know what? I know I'm doing a good job. I deserve to have this raise. You got to do what's best for you, Michelle. You got to do what's best for you. Okay. I'm going to do that. Because I know I'm worth it. That was good. That was good. Tell me your thoughts. Stop going above and beyond at work. What are your thoughts about that? Like, do your best, but don't give them your best. Do your best, but don't give them your best. You want to save your best parts of yourself for your family and your loved ones and yourself. You want to save those best parts for yourself. Do your best at work. Do what's on the requirements for your job. Whatever that task is that you have been assigned, do your best there, but don't give them the best parts of you. Save that for yourself and your family and your friends and all the loved ones, because once you leave that job or anything happens to you where you no longer work there, somebody else is going to fill that job in. Somebody else is going to fill in for you. Somebody else is going to take that job and try to go above and beyond too. But it makes sense. Stop trying to go above and beyond, experiencing burnout, mental exhaustion, depression, especially when you are at a point where you know that you deserve a little bit more. Stop going above and beyond. You are worth it. I love that she said that. You are worth it. And you have to know your worth. Stop going above and beyond. Don't do it. It's not worth it. At the end of the day, it's not worth it. Do your job. Do your best there. That's it. Okay. Close the laptop. Bye-bye. I'm going home and I'm going to show my family and friends the best part of me. I'm going to be the best me to myself. Okay. I appreciate that. I really enjoyed that video. It gives you another perspective about how to go to work and not just go above and beyond and then get mad at the point when something doesn't go your way at the end, because it doesn't always go your way. So I thank you for being here. I appreciate you. I hope you learned a little something or took a little pointer out of it. Something, right? I appreciate you being here. Take care, and I'll see you on the next video. That was a pretty good video. And I just wanted to share that with you because once I saw don't go above and beyond at work, and I knew she was talking to me because I be going above and beyond at work, I had to share it because I know it's a lot of people out there that go above and beyond just like me. Raise your hand, you know you be going above and beyond. But a lot of times that going above and beyond does not serve you. A lot of times it exhausts you. It just mentally drains you. You become burned out, and the people that really love you and care for you get the short end of the stick. Do your best at work, but don't give them your best. That was a good tip right there because you want to always do your best. But don't give them everything. You want to save your best parts for your family, for your friends, for your loved ones, especially for yourself. Save the best for last. And a lot of times we are last, but we still need to save the best for ourselves. So I hope this video was something that you can take a few pointers from, or, learn a little something from. Everything, you don't have to learn and take everything in that she said. Okay, I get it. We're not all going to agree with every single point that she made, but there are some good points that she did make that I can wholeheartedly agree with. So if you can take something from this video, please do. Put it in your practice at work. Take care. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. And I'll see you on the next video. Stop. Yep, that's what I said. Stop going above and beyond at work. I'm going to tell you, I had saw this video and the lady was saying that, now she's an HR expert, and she says, stop going above and beyond at work. I want to hand raise in the comments of people who go above and beyond at work. My hand would be raised. I be going above and beyond, and I know I do, but that's just me, my work ethic. I always want to strive for perfection. I always want people to know that I am here. You can come to me if you need some help. I'm a go-to person. I'm a good worker. But she said to stop going above and beyond at work. I'm going to apologize right now because I don't have my tripod and I am holding this phone, which I never do, but I'm out and about and I forgot it. But I'm going to record anyway. And this is another message. Do it anyway. Whatever it is that you want to do it anyway. And I'm going to do this video. So I saw this video on my feed as a consumer. I was watching a video the other day where a person was like saying, you got to be a producer more than you're a consumer. And I get that. But on YouTube, I like to just, check out some of the videos. That's just what I do. And excuse the hand shaking on this video right now because I don't have my tripod. I don't have my selfie stick. I don't have my stabilizer. Nothing. I forgot it. But it's okay. I'm going to record anyway. So as you can see, I'm not in my normal location. I am in the car. I'm a passenger today. Anyway, we're going away for my birthday. Let me not say that to y'all. Never mind. I'm gonna have to post this when I get back home. How about that? That's what I'll do. I'll post it when I get back home. Mental health is suffering for these jobs. Uh-oh. Oh, I gotta stop, y'all.
Okay, thank you.
To be continued.
Physically suffering. Right.
You too.
Okay, so I'm on my way somewhere. I don't even know where. I'm in the passenger seat. But I forgot my tripod. And I'm so mad. But anyway, I'm going to record this video holding the phone. And am I even... I wasn't looking. Here we go again. I wasn't looking at the camera. Now I am, right? I'm so used to my little setup at home that now that I'm holding the phone, I'm looking at the record button as opposed to the lens. The lens right here. Focus on the lens. Let me start over. Okay, so today is the 23rd and it is Thursday. But my birthday is next week and we're going away, me and my boo thing. I'm on my way to this secret destination. My boo-boo is taking me away for my birthday. So he was like, just get dressed and take the day off and we're going somewhere. Like I said, my birthday is next week, next Monday, next Tuesday, one of those days. The 27th is my birthday. And today is Thursday. What's today's date, y'all? Me and the days, they just be, you know. I'm so mad I forgot my tripod, my selfie stick, something. So now I gotta hold this thing. I'm not used to holding this. I'm showing off, right? I'm showing off. Okay, let me get back to it. Okay, the ticket or parking enforcement is sitting in front of the car. So I just have to be looking and watching. Head on a swivel. Hey, head on a swivel. Head on a swivel. Y'all see I got my hair done. Like the color. I'm hoping he doesn't get out the car and look and say, oh, I gotta pay. I gotta give her a ticket. Please, sir. I don't even feel like getting out. It's so cold outside. And I don't want to lose my space and have to go around the block. Okay, y'all. So I saw this video where there was a lady. Okay, let me get myself together. Hold on. Because it just drew me in. So give me 1 second. Hey, y'all. Oh, I had to set that. I had to set the phone down. I was trying to hold it. It just wasn't working. All right. I'm sorry. I had to mean mug somebody. Sorry. Let me start over. Stop going above and beyond at work. Stop going above and beyond at work. Let me tell y'all, I recently saw this video. I'm going to share it here. But it was it's like a talk showy type video, but it was only 7 minutes. So I was like, okay, let me click on that. Stop going above and beyond at work, because I do be going above and beyond. But that's just me. I'm just one of those people who, and I know I'm shaking this screen, and I know I'm not looking at the camera. This lady was talking about stop going above and beyond at work, basically, right? But it was an HR expert.
Welcome to the show.
Hold on, guys. Oh, I think I might have to move this car. We don't need no tickets in here. Hold on 1 second.